So ngayon, what we will do, before you taste, I'd like to see kung meron ng sweetness. We do
Yung sa
kasi-
bricks na?
Sa bricks, oo.
Okay. Grabe na, sobrang scientific, no?
Ayan, taste natin. Normally, we get the center sa
Ah,
bricks reading. Ayan, itong center. And then we cut it. Tapos ito kukunin natin. Yun. Yan, ito.
yan.
Then we have a bricks meter. And then we will squeeze the juice out of it.
Mm.
Dito sa bricks meter. Yan, ayun. Ayan, and then we will check. Kinakabahan ako kung meron pa yung tissue, ha.
Ito yung ano, ito na yung result ng matagal na research, Sir Mike.
Yeah. So again, ang target namin is to hit 14 to 16 bricks, no.
Okay.
So and then we've had some bad weather, and you know, so we're expecting some delay.
So ano, sir, anong result?
Oh, we're almost there.
Ah, talaga?
13.5.
Wow.
So para nandun na kami. So if you put it in the sun,
13.
makita mo yung blue and
Yung blue?
white separation line.
Oo.
Oh, yun, mga
Yung
13,
white and blue?
Oo, yun, oo. So mga 13 to 13 and a half na eh. Medyo blurry pa yung ano. So ang target namin ay 14. So again, it's a bit delayed, but then again, it already has sweetness. But anyway, ang ultimate deciding factor is your taste bud.
Sabay tayo, Sir Mike.
Sige. Ako kakamayin ko na. So ito na yon, ha. Direct diabetic ka, di ba?
Parang may lasang mangga.
Nandun na yung tamis. Meron na siya. Meron na. But
So,
a bit,
tatamis pa to.
tatamis pa yan. So a bit more, ano. And then normally, we advise them kasi
Matamis.
you need to cure it.
Ah,
for a couple
oo,
of
yun
days.
pala.
Oh, kasi ang texture is yung, anong tawag natin, it has to be melting in your mouth. Ito kasi medyo crunchy pa. and
Crunchy.
A bit, ano pa, matigas pa kasi kulang pa sa, ano.
Oo.
So, then yung expected mo na weather, nandun nga, ano. May
Paano
factor yung
mag-cure,
weather.
sir?
Ambient temperature lang.
So,
Ano?
andyan lang siya sa
Sa kitchen. Oo.
Hayaan mo lang siya doon.
Yes, oo.
How many days?
Maximum 3 to 5 days.
Ah.
Otherwise, if it's too soft, then baka hindi na nila magustuhan yung texture. Kasi masyado ng ano. So, as you can see, you know that it's not yet ready because you still have this white.
Oo.
Ano, that means it's still, ano, maniba lang.
Oo.
Diba? So, what you want is itong progression ng yellow na to hanggang dito, at least dyan. Ano, then you know it's ready. But for now, it's may sweet na eh.
Matamis yung, ano, yung dito na.
Nandun na. Yung ilalim ang kulang pa.
Mm.
So, malapit-lapit na
Yung ilalim.
yung ilalim. So, almost there.
And soft na po yung dito.
Yes.
Soft na siya.
So, I would say maybe 3 more days. 3 to 5 more days and then we're really, really good. But remember, this is December 10.
Oo.
Meron tayong December 8 and December 7. Mamaya pag
Baka yun dapat i-ano mo sa guest.
Kaya kinuha ko yung middle.
Oo.
Kasi if this is okay na, then maybe yung earlier might be better.
Oo.
So, yun. Kaya crucial yung date of pollination.
Yeah.
Dapat aware tayo.
Sir Mike, ikaw lang bang scientific mag-grow talaga ng plants
Well,
dito sa Pilipinas?
Meron naman tayong mga grower na nandun at that level.
Okay.
But ang amin lang is we try to be more more scientific. If you look at it, for example, ito Daily kasi recording namin ito, na-print na nila. Now, we have a trove of data that we maintain. For example, this is, nasan ba yung aming unang-una? 2021 production, June to September. Ito yung current crop ngayon, October 22 to January 23. You see, our total consumption of irrigation was 103.6 liters per fruit.
Per fruit.
Oh, ganun karami ang irrigation namin per fruit.
Wow.
On a good climate. Mataas ang konsumo. Ang drain namin, na-manage namin to 15% drain. Ngayong tagulan, maulan eh. You see, dahil walang activity ang halaman, from 103, 48 liters lang ang kinain niya. Kasi hindi active. And then even at 48 liters lang, we're still getting a lot of drain, 44%. Diba? Compared to yung managed drain namin na 15. So, ibig sabihin, we could have gone lower pa dito. So, with this little, imagine mo, it's about, 1/3 or 1/4. Kasi 16 sa 4 eh. 1/4 lang yung irrigation water namin this time because of the weather factor. Kaya yung fruit size namin, lumiit from 1.5 to 2 kilo, naging mga 1 to 1.5 kilo na lang tingin ko. So, nothing wrong with our management. It's the weather factor. Kasi hindi nagre-respond ang halaman, hindi siya active eh. You see, ang taas ng konsumo dito, ang tataas ng peak, more than 2 liter ang irrigation namin at one time, up to about 3 liter during the fruit expansion. On the same period dito, fruit expansion namin, from 2 to 3 liter, down to about 1 to 1.5 liter lang ang kinakain niya eh. So, nandun kami sa stage na yon eh, na talagang, okay, we can, dito, ang management namin is plant-driven, o plant activity-driven. Why you feed more if the plants are not consuming because the weather is not favorable. But then again, may kompromiso nga sa quality. And this, we have to do the data gathering every day to show the farmers, to show our growers na, okay, this is how you manage it correctly. If you want the quality, right? So, yun lang naman yun eh. Hindi po pwede bahala na eh. Kasi malaki investment. Kailangan talaga you have to be in control at least. That's what we wanted to teach sa ating mga kasamahan na grower. But of course, not all will do this eh. Sila kasi, okay na yan, patabaan mo, padiligan mong ganyan. You will come to that point. Like us, no? We came to a point na alam na namin, isang tingin pa lang, oops, teka, magbawas ka ng ganyang karami. Alam na namin, parang widow na. But it takes a few cycles of experience to get that kind of feel. Hindi po pwede na according to our consultant, ganito gawin mo. No, you have to be there every day. Yun ang lagi namin sinasabi. I am here. If I don't travel, I have to get a feel of the hindi naman siya plant behavior kasi wala namang tulad ng animal na may animal behavior. No? But then again, you can read the plant. You can read the plant. In farming, I think that's what's crucial.
So itong dalawang cycle mo, Sir Mike, dito, perfect mo na yung technology?
Pang-limang cycle na
Pang-limang cycle mo na to?
Yung pinakita ko is second cycle. Ito yung pang-fifth cycle namin. I would say in terms of, kasi naman yan eh, one is yung daily management, yung skill mo doon. Pangalawa is skill ng worker on specifically hand pollination. We must be 100% pollination eh. Kasi one fruit per plant. Pag na-miss mo isa, then you lose 500 peso, halimbawa. Diba? So, I would say, ang skill set namin tatlo kami eh. Si Sergio, ako, tsaka yung assistant kong agriculture, si Lilay. 100% kaya namin, confidence. Dati kasi ang ginagawa namin, normally we pollinate 5 fruits. Kasi kinakabahan kami, baka hindi mabuo. So ngayon, we're down to 3 fruits na lang ang pollination for one plant. And then up from the 3 fruits, we select only one. Yun ang pinapatuloy
Of the
namin.
3, alin ang most likely ang mapipili?
It's not the biggest. Ang assumption kasi ng tao lagi, yung pinakamalaki piliin mo. No. It's the average size that forms on the same vine or same node. That has a more or less perfect fruit. Kasi we want the average. Dapat pantay-pantay ang laki. Tulad nung nakita nyo kanina dito, di ba? So, kung titingnan mo to, we want it parang ganyan. Dapat pantay-pantay ang set niya, pantay-pantay at sabay-sabay ang laki. So, it's not always the biggest one. We always put the average. So, yun but then again, it has to be perfect pollination. Kasi minsan may mga deformities. Pag masyadong mabigat ang kamay ng minsan nasisira
Mag-iba.
nababali yung pistil. Kasi sobrang rub.
Oo.
So kami, ano lang, light lang na tap para maka-pollinate. Hand pollination skill yan eh. Hindi yan may tuturo sa university, pinapractice yan.
Sa Japan, sobrang mahal.
Oh,
Di ba?
yes,
Magkano
yes.
sa Japan yan?
Yung average nila, mga 100 to 200 peso in the, ano. Pero sa bidding, at the start of the season, it can go as much as yung first fruit ng season, 20,000 peso. Dollars.
Dollars.
Grabe. 10 to $20,000 doon sa yung talagang tawag nating crown melon, Shizuoka melon o mas melon.
May nagbebenta ba sa grocery natin na imported?
Meron tayong nakikita pakonti-konti on
Pakonti-konti.
high-end grocery.
Pang high-end lang talaga.
Pang high-end talaga. Now, let me tell you a story. There are two varieties here.
Okay.
This one is a Japanese melon, bred in Taiwan.
Okay.
This is the Japanese melon from Japan.
Okay ba sila?
You see the
This
color?
is lighter.
And finer ang netting.
Finer ang netting. Oh.
And lighter in color. You see yung green color niya is light green sa
Yes.
whereas this one is a bit darker.
Green, dark green.
Dark green ang
Mas
loob.
malalaki yung net.
Oo. Sa Japan, ito talaga ang preferred. Yung ganito. You see, it's nice and white. And it can be finer na netting depending nga sa management. Yun naman ang ano dyan. So, yun ang kailangan natin makabisado.
So, saan mo ibebenta to?
Well, ngayon, this is melon tasting tour for our visitor. Meron namang
Some of
mga
them
nag-aabang.
buyers. Some of them buyers ba yung
Some of them
darating
buyers. And actually, may nag-aabang ng mga kaibigan natin na gustong matikman sa Manila. But the goal is, una-una is yung commercial production. Pangalawa is yung tourism. Kasi we would like tourists to come in and taste. Kaya magkakaroon tayo in summertime, come last week of April to Pahiyas, which is the
Isasabay mo dan sa
sasabay
Pahiyas.
namin. So you will target the food month is April. So magjo-join kami sa food month last week of April, and then Labor Day is May 1. Mother's Day is May 14. Pahiyas is May 15. So yung 3 weeks window na yon, we will organize a melon tasting tour. They will not only taste Japanese melon but also the different types of melon from all over the world. Yun ang plano namin. So and we done it last year, magandang reception. So we'll do it this year again. Para matikman naman natin ng tourist kasi ang melon natin sa supermarket, alam mo naman ang quality. 'Di ba? Medyo malabsak,
Walang lasa.
Walang lasa. So we wanted to change the way we consume melon sana. At least that is the goal. Pangarap. Pero mukhang malapit-lapit na. If you see
Hindi
that
na to pangarap, sir. Result
na. But yun nga, ang next phase ngayon is yung commercialization na. And that's basically why we're here today. To see if we can commercialize. Imagine mo, ang weather namin is not as favorable for melon as the other climate. What if you're in the right climate pa?
Then just like what? Anong place po yan?
Normally, they like dry weather without not much humidity. Cool and dry. Even in the lowland, like in Nueva Ecija, in Isabela, in Pangasinan, in Zambales. Itong may mga distinct wet and dry climate is more favorable for them. But
and yet, syempre greenhouse pa rin.
Well, if you want this kind of quality, it can be grown in the outdoor, but then again, you have plenty of disease and pests. But if you want a nice, smooth, without any mancha na melon, then this is the way to go. And then, kasi we are more in control eh. We're not saying full control ang greenhouse cultivation, but at least it's managed cultivation. We are able to manage meron tayong mga shade netting pag mainit, halimbawa. That's what we wanted. And then, we manage the irrigation very well kasi meron tayong dosing system. In our dosing kasi, medyo, nag-adapt na tayo ng dito, technology. So, right now, we are running it at, ayan yung doser namin. So, this is run via app. So, ayan yung doser, Nido Pro. As you can see here, okay, ang tangke na lang namin is, binaba na kasi namin yung nutrition.
Okay.
0.8 AC na lang. Normally, we run it at 2.2.
Okay.
But gradually, we reduce it down at maturity. And then, ang pH namin is 5.9. Ang current temperature natin ngayon is 21.6. Ito yung and then, ang ating humidity is 100%. Kasi cloudy tsaka rainy. Ito ang sensor natin. Ito. This is the temperature and humidity sensor. And normally, we put it on top of the leaf surface. Kasi yun ang binabasa natin. Hindi yung ambient, kundi yung leaf surrounding. So yun. So we are everything is programmable now. Everything is via app. We program even if I'm anywhere in the world, I can still see what's going on. Tulad nito, I know that it's off kasi may error, may message na the water circuit has insufficient flow. Ibig sabihin, baka walang tubig. So then I know, I can see kung ano nangyayari sa. So nandun na tayo sa stage na talagang adapting na yung modern farming technique. Yung tinatawag nating smart farming.
Ayan ha, hindi rin pala nahuhuli ang Pilipinas kasi andyan si Sir Mike.
we try to catch up, and then again, the goal is to share the technology for future generation. Kasi layo, nakita mo naman sa trip natin. Kailangan natin umabol. But we can. With the right skill set, ang kulang na naman yung skill set. And then access to this one, it's coming. Marami ng mga farm na nagde-develop at saka nag-i-engage into smart farming. But again, it's what I call parang kailangan lumaki pa. Kailangan marami pang mag-adapt. Ngayon kasi
the same ba yung smart farming sa precision agriculture?
Yes.
The same.
It's more or less synonymous. Precision is talagang kasama yun sa smart farming. We try to do it as precise as possible kasi everything we do here is by the number. Everything, the amount of water we feed on a daily basis, we calculate. We have it in the record. The flow rate, the pump, the pressure, we calculate. We have to have a working pressure, 21 psi. And at that working pressure, we have to know how much ml of water is coming out per drip line per minute. So we calculate. So ganon. And then we have this timer. Nandiyan naman yung timer. Dito namin pinoprogram yung amount of irrigation. Ayan, no. So dito, yan. Start time, let's say program A. So we start, let's say, 7:30, and then another one at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, and then program B, 11:30, and then naka-off siya ng 12:30, naka-off na siya. O yan, in-off na nila lahat. Okay, hanggang 11:30 lang yung program namin ngayon. And then the duration is 1 minute. So 1 minute times 40 ml per minute, we're running at 40 ml every irrigation times 2 nozzle. So 80 ml per irrigation.
Grabe.
So ganun ang gawa. So that means if I calculate for today's irrigation, although patapos na kasi siya kaya hindi na namin masyadong ini-irrigation. So 40 times 2 times 5, we're running at 400 ml today per plant. Kasi na to sugar build up na ang tawag namin sa stage na to. Talagang pinapatiktik na namin yung tamis. Kaya very minimal na ang irrigation. Pag binomba pa namin yan ng irrigation na yan, lasang pipino na yan. Magiging ang water content tataas, ang sugar content bababa. Kasi puro tubig ang pinapump mo na Kaya manage na namin ang irrigation.
Galing.
So yun, dami pa tayong pagkukwentuhan dito. This is just melon and we have other crops pa like pepper, tomato and other crops. So but we wanted to perfect this muna before we jump into the next one. Para tama yung sharing ng tech.
Sir Mike, message mo sa audience natin.
Yeah.
Na itong ginagawa mo masasabi naman natin na 'di ba nanggaling tayong Thailand, parang sabi ko naiinggit ako dun sa nangyayari.
Yes.
Pero 'di ba seeing Bukid Amara, yung ginagawa ng Bukid Amara, hindi naman kaya naman, sir, 'di ba? Kaya. Kailangan lang talaga may mga tao na gagawa like kayo, si Sir Emmy yan.
Yes,
Sir, message niyo po sa audience natin.
Ito namang adoption ng tawag natin modern agriculture, smart farming. Kaya with the right foundation. Hindi naman kailangan expensive. As long as you know yung pundasyon ng irigasyon, ng nutrition, at saka ng cultural management practice, kaya nating tumapat sa ibang bansa. Ang kailangan lang is yung development talaga ng skills natin sa smart farming. Ang mga graduate natin ng agriculture, meron ng pundasyon kasi pinag-aralan sila.
Nila.
Ang kailangan na lang nila is ma-expose at ma-experience at mai-apply yung kanilang natutunan at kailangan may tamang guide. Kasi pag mali ang guide natin sa training, sa learning, then mali rin ang methodology, pagpapalaki. And then we can never catch up.
Yeah.
So, ang aming pangarap para sa agrikultura ng Pilipinas ay maiangat natin ang level ng agriculture at makahabol tayo at least sa ating mga kapitbahay dito sa Asia man lang. So, but ultimately sana lumaki pa at umunlad pa ang pagsasaka through smart farming and modern agriculture.
Oo. Yung mga may mga nakita pa ko ng mga universities, tama, may mga tinuturo na nila, but iba yung level ng professional, yung kagaya ng sa inyo na practitioner talaga.
Yes, oo. Yung theoretical aspect, dito makikita mo yung practical application. Yung application o applied biology, applied chemistry, applied science, yun ang ginagawa. Akala kasi nila ang agrikultura o ang agriculture course ay pagbubungkal lang ng lupa. Yun ang lagi ko sinasabi. But hindi nila alam na malaki ang science behind it. Malaki ang tawag dito. In fact, sabi nga nila, minsan, nagugulat ako, Dr. Mike, sabi ko, hindi po ako doktor. So, hindi po. But once you practice, then parang nalalaman mo na mga peses sakit, medyo nagkakaroon ka na ng expertise. Yung tingin ko ang kailangan ma-build up. Para naman sa ating mga small farmer, kailangan lang nila ng tamang gabay. Sa pagtuturo sa kanila ng pundasyon. Kasi minsan, hindi naintindihan ng mga farmer natin bakit yan ang ina-apply. Gaano karami ina-apply. Kailangan nila ng counting education para matutunan yung mga nutrition tsaka yung mga input material. And then yung pagmamanage ng crop. Like sa halaman kasi, sa paghahalaman, dapat tayo ang in control ng paglaki ng halaman. Magagawa natin yon kung kaya nating i-maniobra yung paglaki. Kung gusto nating padamihin ang dahon, kaya po yan with cultural management and irrigation and nutrition. Kung gusto nating pabulaklakin, tulad na nakikita nyo sa strawberry ginagawa natin, kaya trigger yun. Kung gusto mo na patamisin, tulad ng ginagawa natin ditong irrigation management, kakayanin yon. So, ang tawag dito ay crop steering. Kailangan na matuto tayong maniobra yung paglaki ng halaman. And then, of course, yung interaction sa panahon. At saka sa pest and disease. Kailangan natin maayos yun. So, yun po ang layunin ng Bukit Amara. To at least, kahit paano, ipakita yung modelo na pwedeng kopyahin ng iba. Mapanegosyante ka, agripreneur ka, agriculture graduate, agricultural extension worker, young entrepreneur. Inimbita namin sila lahat na pumasyal dito at matuto. Ito'y panimula pa lamang, malaki pa pangarap as I mentioned, and with the help of our partners of government tulad ng Department of Science and Technology, Department of Agriculture. Nandyan din po tayo. Tayo po ay learning site na sa agriculture ng ATI, Agricultural Training Institute. Nangangarap tayo maging TESDA accredited also para ma-share namin. Marami na kasi
Grabe naman. Sa ganda ng ginagawa mo, dapat nauna ka na sa TESDA.
Sana makita nila. Ang ano lang namin kasi is meron na tayong standard sa organic agriculture, sa agripreneurship. Ito kasi wala pa itong what we call commercial greenhouse production, NC2.
Okay.
Sana marinig tayo ng TESDA at sana maibahagi namin itong technology sa kanila para naman makapag-train pa tayo ng maraming qualified agriculturists.
Kayo sir ang deserve na dapat maging accredited.
Sana.
No questions asked yan.
Okay na naman. Yun nga lang, kailangan namin i-work out kung papayagan kami na mag-build ng course at module para sa kanila. When it comes to this smart farming. Sayang kasi ang hindrance o tawag nating bottleneck ng ating mga investors sa agriculture, especially sa greenhouse farming. Magtatayo sila ng napakamahal na struktura, pero walang skill. Na makuha sa local. Kukuha pa ng foreigner para mag-konsulta. Kaya naman natin eh.
Yes.
Kailangan lang ng tamang training.
Sir Mike, marami sa audience ng agribusiness ay kaya sila nakatutok kasi naghahanap sila ng mga iba-ibang business opportunities related to farming. Sino po yung dapat or sino yung nababagay para dito sa smart farming na ginagawa ninyo?
Okay, ang smart farming naman ay hindi lang pangmayaman. Ayun kasi ang laging may pangmayaman yan. No, it's not. Again, ang tinuturo natin yung pundasyon. Iniimbita namin tulad yan, meron kaming mga engagement sa mga OFW na gusto mag-invest, yung mga seaman na gusto mag-invest ng kanilang naipon, halimbawa. rather than investing it in a sasakyan, kasi normally yun ang ano eh, pag nagkapera, invest agad sa sasakyan. Pwede naman dito. Kaunting puhunan, with the right technology and of course with the right selection of the location, you can still do smart farming. Pwede itong soil grown, hindi naman kailangan soilless. Kaya din. Ang kailangan lang is maituro sa kanila yung technical aspect, yung science-based approach on cultivation. Kasi no matter how rich you are, if wala kang trained tao, then wala rin. And no matter what kind of facility you have, if you know the principles and the foundation in producing a good crop,
kaya mo rin.
Mapakawayan yan or mapa-soil grown yan. Kaya po yan. Tulad ng ginagawa ng ating mga kapitbahay ng mga bansa dito sa Asia. Hindi naman sila lahat ganitong ka-high-tech. Ang high-tech, nandun yun sa skill ng tao. So, yun lang ang kailangan nila ma-develop.
Sir Mike, saan ka nila makakontakt? Contact details? Page?
Yes, kami po ay nandito sa Lucban, Quezon. Ang aming pong bukid ay, ang pangalan po ay Bukid Amara. Inanyayahan po namin kayong bisitahin yung page namin sa Bukid Amara at saka yung Grab and Grow page namin, which is our commercial brand for this. At saka sa aming mga social media page. Maigi po na makapasyal sila dito para ma-experience sila talaga yung paraan ng modern agriculture na gusto namin i-promote.
Sir, may contact number ka ba na pwede mo
i-share?
Okay,
they can reach it at 0917-520-5305. Ayan. Okay, para po sa inyo na interesado. Welcome naman po kami kasi farm tourism naman kami. Open po ang aming door sa lahat ng tao.
Ito yung magandang farm tourism kasi merong technology ka talaga matututunan aside from syempre magagandang bulaklak na pwede kang magpa-picture.
Yes, oo. Iba yun, tourism na aspect natin yun. But at the end of the day, ito talaga ang mission namin. Ibahagi ang aming kaalaman at ang aming experience sa agrikultura para po sa inyong lahat.
Ayan. So, thank you, Sir Mike. Marami pa po kami pagsasamaan ni Sir Mike.
Hindi pa tapos.
Madami pa niyang mga ipapakita ng mga iba-ibang farms dito sa Pilipinas at sa ibang bansa.
Yes. Naku, lalo na sa ibang bansa. Marami po tayo.
Sige po, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning po. Kamusta po? Si Direct Buddy po, ganito yan ang YouTube.
Hello sir.
That's how it works. Yung ating number 1 YouTuber sa agribusiness. Dito po sila ngayon, bisita natin.
May tatampo ka na naman.
For marasikan ng Tesla, ito na yung pangarap natin.
Yes sir.
Kinukwento ko sa inyo yung aming plano dito sa
Opo.
Oo. So yun, tama-tama po.
Ito, kayo na nagpagawa.
Opo, meron tayo po ditong greenhouse manufacturer, si Turbulent. Sila po ay professional greenhouse maker. Sila po gumagawa lahat ng struktura namin kasi reliable.
Hello sir.
Hello po.
Kilala ko po kayo. Lagi ako nasa YouTube.
Thank you ma'am. Thank you ma'am. Salamat po. Sa ano kayo ma'am?
Sa BPI, Bureau of Plant Industry. Si ano po, si Assistant Director.
Hello po ma'am.
Ay, si Secretary po namin.
Hello ma'am
Lagi po
Jen.
ko araw-araw.
Salamat po ma'am.
Enjoy ko po yung inyong service.
Kahit kwentuhan lang.
Nakausap ko na po yung misis niyo.
Doon po sa taas.
Nakakatuwa naman po. Napangita rin tayo.
Give you a wife.
Wow.
Thank you.
See, Dr. Lee, it's raining for about 1.5 months now already. Very difficult. Since December.
I'm not any concern about anything, but only for our greenhouse. Yes.
Yeah. Cannot build anything if the foundation is soft. You know,
Where's Amy, by the way?
He's coming. He's coming. You know, we finished this greenhouse. The ground is still soft, but nothing we can do. We have to put a roof first, so that we can work inside. Otherwise, without the roof, then it's gonna be very difficult.
Sir, and you also constructed?
Yes. He's also the one constructing these greenhouses.
I had contract and I paid already for my down payment for the 9 greenhouse here in the Lupan, but still cannot construct it. So the
Weather, yeah.
Always like this.
Opo, for a month. And then, because it's raining, so I was worried about the melon kasi it's a bit delayed in maturity because there's no growth. No sun, no growth.
Yes.
So very slow.
It's not delicious also, no?
Not as sweet as we will
sweet
expect.
as,
So I think
right.
it's delayed maturity. Not really, but delayed. There's a bit sweetness already. But we're expecting it to mature today, but I think it's delayed by a couple of days. Director, thank you po. Good morning po. Buti po nakarating kayo. Thank you po. Oo, ganito po talaga tayo. For the last 1.5 month po, ganito ang panahon. Kaya very challenging sa farming.
Oo nga.
Ay, nako.
Dapat talaga controlled ano.
Opo, oo. Kahit pa paano, laking tulong. Oo, kahit pa paano. Na-delay lang, pero at least yung quality nandun. Yun naman po yung expect natin. Yan.
Sabi ko, ang laki ng inano na.
Opo, oo. Since last time kayo nandito,
20 ano nga tayo nandito.
last year, mabilisan.
History nga po to eh. Binabasa ko yung message mo.
Opo.
Sabi ko, September, tapos
Opo.
November, fastest na po yun.
Record breaking na po ba yun? Mindanali po talaga namin. Kasi inahabol natin yung panahon. And kasi we plan to have a launching, at least sa summer. Kahit pa paano meron na. Otherwise,
Sige po, invite din namin yung aming Yusek.
sige po, maganda po. Malamig lang po, hindi ko kayo nasabihan na masyadong malamig. Oy, kamusta ang Thailand nyo?
Hindi nga ako naalala ni Sir.
Oy, naku, kasama nga first day. Kasama natin yung first day.
Mag-asawa po kami.
Yes.
Sabi nag-honeymoon na.
Nag-honeymoon, Nandun
Wala
sila
namang
first day.
Pwedeng
Ulitin.
Pwedeng ulitin.
Vietnam naman tayo, Sir.
Wow, Vietnam. Dami na nakapila.
Ang galing kasi PD, mura lang, nakapackage. Parang 20 plus lang. Tapos kasama na yung seminar ng workshop.
Ilang araw?
Ano po, usually 4 days. 4 days and 3 nights.
Tagal. Pati accommodation, hotel.
Opo, kasama na rin po pati pagkain, pati service.
Opo.
Eh, syempre plus points po pag may seminar po sa ibang bansa, ano po.
Opo, oo.
Kaya grab lang ng grab.
Yung 10 ASEAN countries na kasama ko sa Malaysia, Japan, binalidate namin yung curriculum ng Japan sa textbook nila. Tawag nila vocational BT.
Sige, Bartas,
Binalidate namin yung ASEAN countries. Kaya yung mga kaya sa Vietnam, Indonesia, yan, may mga kaibigan na ako. Kaya pag nagpunta doon, madali ipupunta.
Alam niyo, Direk, yung dahil kay PD, hindi maa-accredit si FarmShare as TESDA school.
Wow.
Yes po, kasi siya po yung gumawa ng paraan para
Yun ang trabaho ng direktor. I-guide.
mabuhay.
Morning po.
Ay, Mayor. Hi,
Morning po.
Marcy.
Hello po. Hello po. Michael po. Bukid Amara.
Hello po.
Welcome po sa aming farm. Tatlo ang layunin namin dito sa ating smart greenhouse. Una-una ay mai-promote ang agrikultura. Pangalawa ay makapagturo ng modern technology sa ating kasamahang mga magsasaka sa agriculture sector. Pangatlo po ay maibahagi sa mga turista.
Nais ko lang pong kapatid sa inyo na ang aming pong samahan ng LGU po ay support po sa anumang programa ganito. At nagpapasalamat po kami at sa inyo po rin at sa tulong po nyo. Siguro po ay ating maayos na o mariresolba na ang problema ng ating magsasaka.
You do your job very well, ha, Dr. Lee.
I want to retrieve contribution to Amaras.
Okay. Yeah, okay na. Sige, try. Try this one. This one is a bit younger. I think this is younger.
Yan yung dapat. Yan yung ideal.
Yeah. Milky, you see, it has a milky flavor. Parang a bit milky. We are aiming for at least 500 per kilo. Yun po ang aim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You want to do that? Okay, now.
Lalakihan ko yung slice ko.
Ikaw na mag-harvest? Wow, si RD pa taga-hiwa ninyo. Social nyo naman.
Yung malaking hiwa sa
Thank you.
Harvest na. Basta ang tingnan nyo yung date. Okay po yan, opo. And then yung ayan, ito, pwede na to 10.
Ako po si Emmy Bagsit, Regional Director ng DOST Calabarzon at partner po ng Bukid Amara sa kanilang automation ng kanilang greenhouse.
Super, ma'am. Kamusta po yung farm?
Very good po. The real model of smart agriculture. So very happy po kami with our partnership with Sir Michael, and this really can showcase what technology can do to improve our farmers, to yung ating status of agriculture. So looking forward po kami sa more farmers na mag-adapt ng technologies or modernize the technology so that we can sooner we can attain yung ating tinatawag na food security.
So,
kabalikat nyo po. Opo, kayang-kaya sa science and technology. Very happy po kami with our partnership sa ating very innovative farmer po dito na si Sir Michael Caballes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, fan ako ng iyong YouTube channel. Nanonood ako noon.
Ma'am, collab tayo.
Opo, sure.
Ayan, Ma'am Josie po ng Costales Farm. Ayan. Ma'am, kumusta po? Opo.
Hello, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. And this is another tagumpay ng mga kabukid natin, very advanced way of farming, at sana ma-replicate sa buong bahagi ng Pilipinas para masiguro natin yung food security in a controlled environment. It's about time na tayong mga Pilipino ay mamayagpag sa larangan ng agrikultura.
Ayan. Finally, nakasama natin si Ma'am Josie.
It's a dream come true. Hindi lang sa YouTube ko nakikita ang aking idol.
Ay, sus naman. Wait, namamasyal po ako sa farm nyo, pero hindi ako nagpapakilala.
Pero nalalaman ko na lang na anak nagpunta sa atin sa agribusiness.
Ayan,
and thank you so much sa na-feature itong Bukid Amara kasi kumpare ko si paring Mike, ninong siya ni Agrilenyal, and silang dalawa kaya nagko-collab.
Ayan. Thank you so much, ma'am. Apa. Siyempre, ano natin?
Yes po.
Wala mga nasabi. Para mga hindi vloggers.
Una-una po ay masaya, pero ako rin po excited dahil lang bilang isang agricultural advisor na rin, madalas po kaming natatanong, ano po ba yung future of farming? And ito na nga po yun. The future is here. Fully automated, climate controlled, pati yung watering, fertilization, lahat controlled, automated. Hindi mo na siya mano-manong kokontrolin. Ito na po talaga yung hinahanap, hinihintay natin na technology para mas mapadali and para mas maging modernized yung agriculture dito sa Pilipinas.
Ito yung mga technology na para sa mga millennial. Tama ba?
Well, in a way. Medyo technical din ho kasi yung mga computations, yung mga data na kino-collect ni Sir Mike. Sa umpisa medyo overwhelming siya, pero kapag nakita natin yung technical advantages, yung lasa ng mga pinoproduce natin, talagang worth it po lahat ng mga learning curve na kailangan pagdaanan dito.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Finally, nagkasama.
Okay.
Jess, anong masasabi mo?
Itong nilaunch natin sa Bukid Amara, talagang very excited po tayo. Kasi talagang, isa sa mga una. At saka talagang pinopromote na yung technology, use of technology. Dito may encourage yung mga kabataan natin. Kasi 'di ba talagang doon naman mas maiengganyo yung mga kabataan with the use of technology. That's one way to really encourage them. Ang maganda dito, hindi ito yung parang basta-basta lang na traditional agriculture, science-based. So, talagang may kasamang science na pinag-aaralan. So, yun yung, kaya nandito po tayo to support Sir Mike in Bukid Amara para lalo pang maengganyo yung mga kabataan.
Ayun. So, pwedeng-pwede, no?
Pwedeng-pwede. Kasi meron tayo, sir, project, yung tinatawag namin Learn and Enjoy Agri-Farms. Advocacy yun na talagang encourage yung mga bata. Ano pa lang, mga siguro grade 1, grade 2, dalhin sa mga gantong farm as early as grade 1, matutunan na nila kung paano at makita nila na, pwede pala mag-enjoy sa agriculture. Yon.
Alright. Can I get your reaction so far in this project?
Well, and of course they are 50 years behind, but better late than never. And but this is absolutely the future, because even in a climate like Lukban, where you have a lot of very good water that you can use.
Yes.
And you have a cool weather, which is very important for this kind of crops. But you need to shield them, you need to monitor it through protection. And then the result will be amazing. And we will not have to import those things anymore.
So you think this kind of endeavor will prosper in the Philippines?
Well, it has a potential to prosper, absolutely. But it depends on the people. The one who are taking the initiative, the banks who need to believe in projects like this to finance it, or big companies who need to take a part in this kind of things. Sa halip na magbubuo lagi mga mall ang ganon, sa ganito dapat sila mag-invest.
Marunong pala sila
Marunong, kaya hindi naman perfecto.
Alright, sir. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave.
Alright. Sir Emmy naman, kumusta so far?
So far,
happy ba kayo sa result ng event?
Very supportive yung ating mga directors all over ng Region 4A and pati sa national, sa BPI, and yung funding ng DOST National. We are very, very happy and we are looking forward na ma-update pa, madagdagan pa itong mga demo areas at mga research nationwide para naman ang ating mga farmers ay matuto ng new technology. Hindi lang yung dating basta-basta na lang.
Okay. So marami pa kayong i-build,
marami pa tayong hanapin na i-research at i-apply ng mga new technologies.
Sige sir. Thank you.
Nung sinimulan niyo yung sunflower activity sa Pangasinan, doon nakilala talaga si Michael. Yun yan, talagang sabi ko, pare, bilib ako sa'yo. So, since magka-partner kami sa Go Negosyo Kapatid Agreement program, we are both the original mentor. So, talagang nagsusuportahan kami. So, yung iba pa niyang development na gustong gawin dito, sabi ko, Mike, kung hindi mo man ako ginawang kapartner noon, please, isama mo ako ngayon. Gusto kong yung Bukid Amara dalhin sa Makati. Pero more on urban gardening naman. So, and I know it will materialize kasi kilala ko itong dalawang to. And Emmy used to be part of Planters Products kaya maganda yung collaboration. So, siguro pinagtagpo kami tatlo para at least buhayin nga itong gardening at saka makasupport tayo sa program ng Department of Agriculture na sustainability, food sufficiency and food security.
Diba may desalination sa island? And most of the time, nauubos kasi rin yung nabibili yung water, di ba? Is why fresh water source ka. Pwede mo kasi island, wala masyadong maliban isda. Other than that, wala namang gulay-gulay, whatever, other food source. Maliban.
Sige, sir.
Pwede ipasok sa hydroponics. Tuloy na po kayo.
Apa. Sige, sir.
Sige, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Successful ang event niyo.
Thank you sa ating mga partner, no? Ating mga partner sa government at talagang very supportive naman sila. And at least they share the same vision that we wanted. So I think that's where the synergy comes into play. And of course, people like you, our friends from the private sector, who are very supportive naman dito sa aming endeavor. So again, at the end of the day, we do this for the Filipino farmer, and hopefully we can impart some of our knowledge for them.
Sir Mike, abangan namin yung mga susunod na crops na i-develop ninyo.
Marami pa naiisip na gusto namin at least ipakilala. So hopefully soon.
Okay po.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Available na po ang agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Mamalengke online sa onlinepalengke.com, your original, trustworthy online palengke. Thank you sa mga donors sa aming Give a Grocery to Farm Workers Project. For donations, contact us. Pwede rin sa YouTube Thanks. Just click the Thanks button. Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.